I really have to say, all of you guys that are really enjoying this new Star Wars Rebels episode, still strike. It's about time Kanan somehow really became close to Rex and showing him respect after everything, even after all the scars that the clones did him and his master. It's time for Kanan to really, embrace Rex and try to, trust him and to see him as a friend, companion, and a partner. And this episode is really perfect, because in these two episodes the main characters are Kanan Jarrus and Rex. On the show world, and of course, including Chopper, which also in this episode, I find Chopper really funny, because in this episode he really proved himself to be an asshole, because mostly towards Ezra, in two scenes, but we'll get to that. So in this episode it's all about teamwork, and the main team is Rex and Kanan, and it's about time these two fellows get close. So the episode starts, when Commander Saddle and Ezra Bridger, trying, to find some kind of a unknown, rebel vessel. They actually vanish, in that exactly same point, of the universe, of galaxy, where they try to go after it and everything. And then after some kind of moment, because Ezra reported nothing, nothing out of the ordinary, and of course, then just at the right time, he sensed a disturbance in the Force. There's been an awakening. Just kidding. So, disturbing in the Force, and he suspected that something was about to happen, and then out of nowhere, Commander Saddle's vessel was taken out from the hyperspace, and they were captured by unknown Imperial vessel, which also for all of you can be, interpret as some kind of a Star Destroyer, but it actually is something else. Or should I say, it's a mobilizer 418 cruiser, which also is, if you don't know, is an experimental, interdictor, cruiser of the Imperial Navy, which was, constructed with gravity well projectors designed to pull ships from the hyperspace and or prevent, them, making the jump to the light speed, which actually I have to say for the Empire is really clever. In that way, they can pull out all the enemy's ships, out of the hyperspace when they try to escape, or when they try, to go somewhere, or to try to escape. Use, this vessel to stop you to go into hyperspace. I have to say it's very clever. So after, being captured by this unknown Imperial vessel and everything, Commander South, of course, sent out, distress call, but was cut short, after they suddenly lost power through their ship, or should I say the vessel made them do that. And of course, like I said, after Commander Sato's distress call, did get out right through the Ghost crew and everything, through Sabine, Hera, Zeb, Kanan, Rex, and also Ezra and Chopper. Oh no, sorry, Ezra was captured. My bad. Sorry. when I say Ghost crew, I always mention all the entire crew, fully. So sorry. Commander Sata and Ezra were captured, and of course, which two characters Hera gives the mission: Rex and Kanan. Even if Kanan wanted Zeb to go to the mission, she chose Rex because because of his military experience and everything. And I had to say it's about damn time that those two work together alone, even without Chopper. Because I don't count him on that teamwork, but whatever. So, after, they're trying to argue and everything, because Rex already told him, I will never pick on their side, no matter what. And, of course, there he has Zeb. it was a really kind of funny scene, Here comes Zeb with two stormtroopers, saying, "Here's your disguise." Here you go, here you go, good. And, first when I get to, the funny part, I just wish to say, this is the second time that Kanan was disguised as a stormtrooper, because the first time this guy was in the Siege of Aflal. But the other thing is when Rex complaining about not being able, not only wearing the stormtrooper, but also wearing the helmet, because also reference if you remember Luke Skywalker's unscripted complaints in New Hope. If you remember from the movie, I mean, it was really kind of funny to see like, there's nothing like the clone armor. I mean, it's really, I can't actually wear, it's not fitting me and everything. And like, someone's get old and everything. Like, yeah, but at least I know how to wear because because one of the part of the disguise was badly, disguised, whatever. So after they go to the rescue mission. Of course, also in this episode we have a new antagonist, which also is the Imperial Navy Admiral Brom Titus, which also I have to say I really like his design, all black, the style of the hair and everything. I mean, it reminded me a lot of the 1970s, well, just 70s. It reminded me a lot of that. It was really kind of cool to see that, like Dave Filoni put that in the Star Wars Rebels. I really like that and everything. And of course, like every single time, when, it also in this time, Ezra used the code name Jabba the Hutt. Like he did with the first time Cullis and Ezra meet, he said like, "What's your name, boy?" Jabba the Hutt. And also this time, he said to this Brom Titus, which also Titus said like, yeah. I mean, you're not quite sure for Hutt, but also I remember someone who called himself like that, like Jabba the Hutt, Ezra Bridger. So like, fuck your disguise, fuck your code name. We already know who you are, thanks to Agent Cos, and he will be very pleased to hear that he not only captured Commander Cell, which also is one of the big shots in the rebellion, but also Ezra Bridger. And of course, he made he delivered to Agent Cos towards the hologram, like he captured like Ezra and Commander Cell. And of course, like he said, okay, now that you capture him, put the triple guard into a different cell of Ezra. And of course, like, triple guard, but he's just a child, trust me. You don't underestimate that kid. Mostly he was talking about the Jedi, but because of his Jedi powers and everything. But also, I mean, it was really great because, like, after after the capture. So after the capture, I also really found great was two comedies. One of them was Rex complaining about the suit. The other one was when the time when they were already on board with the Imperial shuttle and everything. When they were trying to go to to exactly the same area where this this Imperial vessel is, and really like when Sabine delivered them the Imperial shuttle, I really like the on the main pilot's room she drew a poster where you have Rex like on the other side and Kanan like fighting together. I mean, it was really cool and funny to see like some kind of artistic license and everything. So, like I said before, they come to the rescue, and of course, when entered the Imperial vessel, what I really like also in this episode was Ezra's movements, which also is the proof that he improved. Also, is the proof that he improved in the Jedi, in Jedi training and everything. And one of the most interesting, funny part in this episode was, like when he defeated those 3 stormtroopers without hurting them and everything. He shot 2 stormtroopers, and then out of nowhere you can see, like Chopper, just came along, disguised, actually I think it was I think it is the 3rd time that Chopper was disguised as an Imperial droid, because I think the 2 times that he was previously disguised was in Breaking Ranks and Rebel Resolve. Yeah, those were the 2 episodes, right? So when he came there, like, oh no, I shot Kanan and Rex and like everything. And of course they tried to wake up and what the fuck happened? Like, oh no, like, and Ezra trying, of course, to create a lie and everything. Like, there were, there were, a lot of stormtroopers and everything. You were, surrounded and everything. You fight well. You really fight well and everything. I mean, you were really brave. And like, oh, really? Because the only thing I remember was you. And and of course, like, and of course, like Chopper being an asshole. Here's the proof. He filmed the scene when he shot them. he filmed, like how he shoot them. But it's not Ezra's fault. He didn't know it was them and everything. But even also, Rex was very proud of him because, like, you shot us, good boy. But and then he had the punchline. When he said like, but in case you have that you should have the weapon to kill him. Just in case kill us and everything. Like, what if it wasn't us? Right? But and then Kanan like, oh yeah, sure. Like, this I don't want protected for anything. And you will kill right in the, you'll be killed right in instant wherever you are. I mean, there's one thing really. Why the hell they put armors on the stormtrooper and everything. I mean, even if the armor wouldn't protect you from the laser guns or cannons, whatever. I mean, what's the point of, like, building it like that? I mean, I know there was about the image, in the way out, to look intimidating and everything. I understand that, but when you're having an armor, there must be a reason why you have it. I mean, it doesn't care. So after, so the main part, after the events was, like, Chopper and Ezra trying to, turn off, the engines of this, energy, tried, to drop, the ships from the hyperspace and everything. And of course, there you have, the scene part, like when of course Rex and Kanan, they tried to liberate, Commander Sato, from their jail, from the cell. And of course, like, they were the shitty parts. In Chopper, sometimes he can really be an asshole. He could really be an asshole. I mean, the time, when he turned on the gravity and everything and use, Ezra's bait, just, to give him time to, to turn off the engine and everything. And when he showed, like, just like on, the gravity and everything. And of course, we're flying and everything. Of course, like, Chopper, like you said, just nail his legs, nail his robotic legs, to the floor. And of course, like, was laughing like, don't you dare turn off the gravity and everything. And like, and like, what the fuck, I'm gonna turn it off and everything. And of course, like, Ezra almost dropped it, right where the other, the Imperial, techniques and everything fell down. I mean, and then, he just go over Ezra's hand. I mean, in Chopper, sometimes he can really be an asshole, but that's the funny part. That's the funny part. To see Chopper being an asshole and being funny and not sarcastic, but sometimes sarcastic, but that's the point of having Chopper. I mean, he does shit, he does some incredible shit, something that R2-D2 never did. He never did. And that's why I like Chopper. Sometimes I think if I like him better than R2-D2. Who cares? So after, this whole attack and everything, there you have Commander Sato, and everybody just running to the shuttle and everything. And of course, like, in this moment, Rex tried to sacrifice himself, like, to give him the time to escape and everything. And of course, he brought right before, Admiral Titus. And of course, they try, with the, if you remember, the robotic bowl, they put drugs, try to persuade, the prisoners to talk, and even sometimes kill them. He tried to use the same thing to Rex, but of course, like, after Rex was screaming, and Kanan heard that, and everything, like, go to the shell. Oh fuck! I have to save him. I have to save him, and that's the sign. Finally, Kanan is finally showing some kind of respect and friendship towards Rex. I was waiting for this for a long time. I mean, essentially the first episode. When he appeared, and then at the end, like, of course, they escaped, this Imperial vessel, and of course, like, but before, when they tried to go to hyperspace, but of course, it didn't work at the beginning, but of course, then Chopper said, wait for it, because he designed that all the ships, not only the enemy ship, but even also their Imperial ones, will go right straight to the Imperial vessel until they destroy the command ship where the commands are, and then, they're free and escape. And of course, the Imperials, like, this Imperial vessel exploded, and of course, like, like Agent Callas came there and everything, and of course, like, said, oh, good evening, Admiral Titus. Having a problem with a kid, is it? And he was like, because all this time, this Byron Titus, he wants to prove that, he can stop these enemies. He can stop the prisoners and kill them. Like, he can, he tries to prove to Callas that he can put, he can resolve this problem on his own. But sometimes you need help. Sometimes you need associates to resolve a problem, because sometimes the problems cannot be resolved by one person. And you have to remember that sometimes you need to have friends or companions or whoever they are, to help you. Sometimes you can solve the problems alone. Sometimes you can't, but sometimes you can. You need help. And that's the same problem with Byron Titus. He was too much overconfident, to himself and everything, to show Callas like he can do the job, instead of, calling him and everything. But of course, he failed. And at the end, the final end, when after the mission was complete and everything, of course, Commander Sato was surprised and happy to see, like, Ezra, he can really, make a plan, like, escaping and bravery and everything. Like I said, I really like in this episode is Ezra's movements, which also is the proof that he's improving in Jedi training. And then at the end, finally, Rex is thanked by Kanan for, Rex also thanked Kanan for saving him. And before going their separate ways, they salute to one another, which also means respect. And with that, the episode was over. I mean, the episode was overall really, really great. It was really great and amazing, and at the end, touching, and finally seeing that Kanan showing some kind of respect, beginning respect for Rex, also is very touching. So here I am done. The episode was overall very good, funny, action, as well as improvement and fighting skills. Even if it wasn't another lightsaber fight, but whatever, was still good. All that kind of episode. Also, I like the Baron Titus design, and you know, at the end, finally Kanan just showing. For the, I don't know which time I'm gonna say that, but showing, you know, Rex some kind of respect signs and everything. Great, really, really great. So here I'm done. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. You can follow this. If you know what you personally think about this episode, you can say what you think was gonna happen next. What do you think about Baron Titus' character? What do you think about this Imperial vessel? What do you think about this episode? What do you think about Rex and Kanan's relationship? What do you think is gonna happen next between them? Peace, everyone. Drop your like and appreciate it. Lord of Shadows, like always, signing off, and see you next time on Star Wars Rebels episodes. And may the Force be with you, the most important thing. See you around.